Bright moments, and hello everyone, and welcome to In the Wake TV. Today we have the amazing privilege of talking to just a global, beautiful, incredible performing artist and singer, the great Burgandy Williams. Everybody, let's come on, just give it a clap it up, clap it up. How
Thank
are you,
you.
Burgandy?
I am great. Thank you for a great intro.
Absolutely. You're in a, looks like you're in a dressing room kind of thing. What you got going on? Where are you? What's
I
going on?
am in Titusville, Florida, and doing the production of Waitress at Titusville Theater.
Awesome. And what is Waitress about? Just give people a snapshot of that and what your role is in it,
Okay.
and where we can tell people to come and ask for Burgandy Williams so that they can see the play.
All right. Waitress is about these three friends who work in a diner and the ins and outs of their life, the drama. There's a little infidelity going on around the bar, but it's really a show of empowering women and support and sisterhood and love, and it's really fun. It's really funny. I play Becky, the best friend of the main actor. So I am a principal, which is exciting for me because haven't been a principal often in shows. So even though it's not quite Broadway, I'm not on Broadway. I'm in a Broadway show, which makes me extremely happy. And it's in Titusville, Florida, and we are on stage until April 20th.
Wow. Well, no little plays, no little actors, no little parts, just art. And so I'm grateful that you are living and are able to do the dream and keep expanding the dream by adding more legs and feet and wings and breath to what it is that you're doing. So you're a phenomenal singer also. I know that the New York scene is aware of you, although you are um, out of Atlanta, Georgia. My mother was a Georgia peach also. So
Stay down, stay down.
and as a matter of fact, a bestie of mine is a state representative on the Democratic team, Lydia Glaze, out there in Atlanta. So if you ever look her up or hear that name, just go up and find yourself fast friends. She loves singers, as do I do. Do you love singing? What do you love about singing, Burgandy? What is it that you love about
It fills me. Singing fills me up. When there's music, there's nothing else. And that's a real fact. There's no pain. Well, the pain gets expressed in a different way.
it? Right.
The pain, I don't know, it filters. Sometimes I can't process my own emotions on my own.
Okay.
And music helps me do that.
It's a hiding place, I call it. It's a place that when things are going absolutely whatever they're going, we have this amazing gift. Is the other part of the brain. So you got the speaking part of the brain, the singing part of the brain. And when we go to the singing part of the brain, especially if you're up on stage in front of people,
Mhm.
um, you can I watched Etta Jones forget about her breast cancer and lung cancer. We were like, oh, we had to walk you upstage. You could barely breathe, and you get up there and start like blowing. And she's like, I'm breathing that other air,
Mm-hmm.
telling that other story.
It's
And
the safest place.
it is a beautiful hiding place. Well, it is until Simon Cowell and those guys came along, sitting up judging people and teaching people how to sit and listen in judgment of the human voice. First instrument's the heart, second is the voice. And we are gifted to be the original instruments. Everything else is an obfuscation of those two things. So are you um do you are you a teaching artist as well? How do you plant seeds about it to whomever?
Um, I'm more of a lead by example type of person.
Mhm.
I feel like I am not educated in the nuances of music enough to properly teach things, the details of it. I just teach people how to find themselves in the music and to deliver it from a good place.
Well, that's the most important part. And if you are not capable of teaching somebody, then nobody is, me included. But you are capable. You know,
I just don't
there's
feel qualified.
you are like you are out there doing the do professionally. You know, some people say teachers teach because they can't do. No, you're doing, and you're more than capable of going to a classroom and talking about the journey.
Now that I can do. I'm good at that. I'm a
That's
teacher.
that's the part of it. And so, what's your journey been like? What's the favorite part of your journey for you?
The favorite part of my journey has been living through it.
Yeah.
And that encompasses a lot of things.
Mhm.
I've been homeless. I've been on death's door. I've been ostracized. I have been sabotaged.
Oh Lord Jesus.
I have been through it, but I lived.
Okay. And that's something that we can all, you know, touch and agree on, that regardless of what has happened, we still continue, and we still continue. You are involved in God's work, high art, the delivery of the story, the touching hearts and emotions, giving of yourself. You know, when a singer gets behind a microphone, you kind of have to strip down and be open and naked.
Hmm.
And the musicians behind you, while they help dress you, you are deciding what the garb will be to the public, or that it will just be 100% honest to the public. So, how, when you get emotional on stage, how do you rally yourself and center again? Is it like a quick, purposeful thought, or have you gone through that on stage?
I don't begrudge myself anything.
Okay.
If it's there, it belongs there.
Mm,
And if I need a moment, I have my moments. If I'm having a moment, I'm having it because we're sharing it. When I'm on stage, I like for the audience to go through it with me,
mm,
no matter what it is, the highs and the lows. Um, I love how forgiving an audience can be,
mm.
and every audience I've had, I've been fortunate enough to lock in with them. So by the end of the show, we're all tired.
Right. Yeah, because you went there and they went with you. And as I say, I take them on a big lady ride, you know. Here we go. We're gonna have some fun and some party time and some energy. But I love your I love your answer, because perspective is what you just taught. And it's priceless, you know. Can you favor us with just a little something a cappella-ish?
Oh, I don't know. My voice ain't that favorable right now. I
I,
slept with the fan on the other day because the
oh
AC
no.
went off.
Oh no. Say no more.
Yeah, the
No.
AC went off in our apartment, and we couldn't get it fixed till morning, and it got super hot because it's Florida. So I turned the AC on. I mean, turned the fan on, and I woke up and I sounded like a toad.
I think that that's impossible. I think like those leather products that say any imperfections are part of the beauty of the fabric. So yeah. So
I, 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 I
something
don't.
inspiring. You got a little Mahalia in you. You know,
Oh, deeply.
all not over. Ooh,
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long. That was one of the first albums my grandma played for me and was like, learn this.
Grandma knew she's talking about. She knew that music was in you. You're born with it. We're
It's
born.
in the family. We all do.
Isn't that wonderful?
She sat me down in front of a Mahalia Jackson record and was like, you learn everything. Learn this. Learn some real music.
She did you the biggest favor on earth.
Yeah.
Most people don't know that singers are great singers are natural. When they say, "Oh, she's a natural born singer," that is so 100% true, because you're born with the gift.
Mhm.
Now, what you do to develop it and touch it up and keep it up is part of the journey.
Facts.
Yeah, definitely. But just go and give us Ahem. Let me clear my throat, Petty.
Oh, done, yo. Okay.
Just go clear.
Oh.
That was good exercise.
Okay. Are you really ready for love, boy? Or is it just a lonely talking again? Are you really ready for love, boy? Or is it the lonely talking again? I don't remember the rest of it.
That was like a vocal therapy session for somebody that can't make up their mind. You ready? Are you just lonely again? That's great.
That's Whitney. That's a good Whitney.
There we
Thank
go.
you.
Absolutely. So, as they say in some southern areas, what else is on the rail for the lizard? What else is on the rail for the queen?
I've never heard that saying before.
Look it up. Google.
What else is on the rail for the lizard?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, learn me some here.
Oh, Southern household. I'll tell you, my mom was a Georgia peach. My dad from South Carolina. It was a yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir environment.
I didn't know there was any other way to be.
Oh, yes. Well, decades later,
I'm like, what's wrong with you people?
has our mistake been trying to be like other folk, or keep some of those roots that not just grow, but join us and bind us together in some strength? Because our programs are a little bit weak right now. And, I am a big fan of Black people. I'm in love with them. I'm an admirer of how brilliance and genius lands on us in order to make it through, So you saw brilliance and genius with your grandma. What was your mom like? What are the other geniuses? And what do you think about Black
I was a foster kid, so I didn't.
so you still had a
foster kid, adopted. Right. I didn't meet my mother until I was 28. I don't look like her. It's crazy.
You look like her?
I'd never seen anybody I looked like before, really.
Wow.
So that was pretty cool.
Wow.
I have sisters that look like me. My niece looks like me with hair.
Wow. Whoa. This interview has taken quite a boomerangish turn. What you find out? Boo! Wow, you are open. You are beautiful. And there's always something amazing that it's kind of like why I love singers. It's when you find out all of the ingredients that went into making the great Burgandy Williams wine or stew or whatever you want to call it. And then you realize, wow, that's why the power happens at even the visual of you. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's Black genius with all of the melanin and accoutrements and culture, high art and culture that we have invented in this world. From blues is the roots, everything else is the fruit. I mean, that we have. And then you stand on the shoulders of all of that and open up your mouth and sing and glorify everything that's around from inside and outside of you. So I'm grateful that we have had this moment here. You are priceless, and the world should support your art. And most of them too daggone busy looking at their own belly buttons and electronics. But I tell you one thing, the Creator sends those people who who are to come and give audiences give to us and feed us too. So make sure we show up and give great ovation to the incredible Burgandy Williams because she's more than worthy and more deserving. And we have to take care of our singers. We take care of them. And if we do it wisely, it will be multi-generational because you can't show our young that there's a purpose to art if you keep dissing the people that have been doing it for 3, 4, 5 decades. You understand? Have to show that there is reward for the work and the effort and the labor of presenting to people. And, is there anything that you want the world to know about you that you've never been able to? Boy, I would love to tell the next interview. I'm going to tell a story of blah, 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 blah.
Well, I don't know. I talk so much about everything. I'm really bad at holding back. So I'm such an open book in of all the interviews I've done. I've never been in a place where I was like, oh, well, I can't talk about that, or let's skip that question. You ask me, you ask the questions, you get the answers. I always tell people, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, because I'm gonna tell you. But going forward, right now, my upcoming event is I will be making my. It still blows me that I get to say this. Like it still blows my mind. I will be making my debut at Radio City Music Hall, May 23rd and 24th with Hugh Jackman, and I am singing "Never Enough" in his show.
Listen, I know I ain't crazy, but I'm sure glad I asked you, was there something that you wanted to say? Because that is huge. And many more to come. Congratulations. That is absolutely a great get, a great gig.
It was so unexpected. I see these stages. I've seen them. I've heard of them my whole life. And sometimes I look at them and I'm like, wow, what would it be like to be on that stage? Or if only I could. And I did not see this one coming, especially because I wasn't trying.
See?
I was not trying. I was just, when an opportunity presents itself, I made it a point to not say no. I made it a point to not be the person that tells myself no. That's other people. There's enough people in the world telling me no all the time. So I always tell myself, yes, 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 yes. Do it, So a friend of mine was like, hey, there's an audition of your favorite song. I saw this it was like backstage or whatever. And she Playbill. She was like, hey, I saw this audition. You should go. And without question, I said, okay. So I showed up. I had no idea what the audition was for. It just said Never Enough. I'm like, I love that show. I was obsessed with it for years. The Greatest Showman. And I went, and casting was like really into me and was like, can you come to the next one? I was like, yeah. Then after that, they was like, can you audition for the producers? And I was like, sure. And then I show up and Hugh Jackman walks through the door.
Wow.
And I'm like, wait, what?
Wow.
Well, what's going on? I never put 2 and 2 together, because when opportunities come, I just say yes. And I didn't know what I was saying yes to, because they never said what it was.
Oh, right.
Not a clue.
That's a great story. That's a great story and encouragement for our listeners, for me, for all of us,
I just want to work. When I was little, I want to be a star. I want to be a star. And as I matured and I got a peek into what stardom looked like, I was like, I don't know. I want to be a star. I don't want to work. I want to work and be happy.
Okay. That's where I'm at.
So when the opportunity comes to work, I work.
Busy people stay busy. More work leads to more work. You have to be careful and pace certain things so you could get the body, the vessel, some rest before you get into, but That's an awesome. So again, listen, news break. The great Burgandy Williams will be at Radio City and May,
Radio
what
City Music Hall, May 23rd, 24th.
May 23rd, 24th. Um, you know, let's support it. Let's bust up in there full shoulder to breast, the shoulder to shoulder, whatever it is. But uh, make sure that we support and let's put it out there. Let's all put it out on our social media and have fun blowing it up. Be in the game of the fun numbers and letting people know who our artists are, because it could be way easier for Burgundy and so many of us to have our support lift us up from our community so that we can shine for the world. And really, Black people have blessed the world with great music.
Mm-hmm.
We keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. We keep rescuing you with something to give you some light and some joy. So what's your party song when you need to lift yourself up? What do you put on your, in your brain or your iPod? We are walking iPods half the time with all this music in us.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Because my brain just churns out music, whether I want it to or not.
Yes, that's what happens when you're the instrument.
And yeah.
You're the instrument. It
Agree.
go away.
And I can't say a specific song because my mind instantly just gives me stuff, and I just roll with it.
Right. Dizzy Gillespie said there's music minoris, which is the music that we make when we're singing or playing an instrument, and then there's music majoris, which is all in the air, all around us. And sometimes you could be walking in the supermarket and a song will pop into your head and you're like, where'd that come from? Because sound and making sounds is science, There we go. So where can people find out more about where you'll be next, or recordings that you have, or where do we follow up and become not just fans, but FAMs, people that support?
I spend a great deal of time on Instagram.
Okay.
Thousands of posts there. So on Instagram, you can find me at Berg is Here. It's at the bottom of the page. I post some videos on YouTube. I'm trying to get better at my social media presence. I haven't cracked the code on algorithms yet, but I'm working on it. So Instagram is my best mode of communication and outreach, and my Facebook fan page is also linked to my Instagram. So it's Berg is Here.
Well, that's great. And Berg is here on In the Wake TV with bells ringing and joy and fun and merriment, and have an amazing show. Best wishes to the cast and everybody else there. Go out there and take the hill, y'all, while you're having a great time doing the gift that you were given.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Take good care of yourself.
You too.
All righty.
Bye.